There is a specific exhaustion from existing in a crowded room. While those around you seem energized by the noise and the constant motion, your internal battery depletes at a measurable, rapid rate. This rapid energy drop is often misinterpreted. Society tends to look at this withdrawal and apply labels like being antisocial, being called lazy, or an overthinker. After years of hearing these descriptions, you might begin to suspect your brain is poorly optimized, that your inability to match the frantic pace of the general population is a functional defect.
In reality, these 6 specific behaviors are the documented markers of a highly calibrated mental architecture, one that operates on a frequency different from the average. To understand the advantages of this mind, we have to look at the cognitive pipeline. We need to see exactly how this system gathers, processes, and outputs information to solve problems. The process begins with the input phase. While most people thrive on a high volume of shallow data, a rare mind requires a specific environment to capture high-fidelity signals. Physical isolation acts as a functional quarantine. By blocking out the chaotic noise of the crowd, the brain's creative centers finally have the bandwidth to activate. This preserved mental energy creates a heightened sensitivity to human behavior. Because you aren't drowning in background noise, you notice the micro-expressions and tone shifts that others are too distracted to catch, allowing you to instantly identify when someone is projecting a fake persona. Once you detect these inconsistencies, you naturally restrict access to your inner circle. You aren't being aloof, you are simply refusing to process unreliable data from inauthentic sources. This rigorous curation of your social environment ensures that only high-quality information enters the deeper layers of your mind.
Once that vetted data is captured, it enters the processing phase. This diagram illustrates the cognitive divide. While the average thinker accepts a surface-level fact and stops there, the rare mind drills down into the sublayers, investigating the mechanics of why and how a system actually functions. This level of analysis requires a massive amount of cognitive fuel. Constantly dismantling and rebuilding complex ideas explains why you often feel a deep, lingering mental fatigue that sleep alone can't fix. It also explains your rejection of popular trends. An investigative mind is naturally drawn toward niche, curiosity-driven subjects because surface-level trends offer no structural depth to explore. By drilling deeper than the crowd, you extract structural insights that remain invisible to those who only observe the surface. The final stage is the output phase, the method by which this processed information is converted into real-world action. The myth of laziness stems from a strategy called selective action. This is the careful calculation of energy expenditure before you commit to any task. Refusing to jump into motion without a plan is a safeguard. You are protecting your limited cognitive resources by ensuring they are only spent on high-value objectives.
You apply this same calculation to your emotions. Instead of reacting immediately to an external trigger, you create a conscious pause. As the diagram shows, this gap allows you to observe the stimulus before deciding on a response. This deliberate delay ensures your responses are driven by objective data rather than impulsive reflexes. It results in a level of composure that prevents the errors often made in the heat of the moment. When combined, these 6 signs, the need for solitude, rapid people reading, deep investigation, niche interests, selective action, and emotional control, form a unified profile of a rare mind. Noticing 3 or 4 of these specific traits in yourself suggests your brain is optimized for high-level analysis rather than rapid, superficial interaction. All of the behaviors you once tried to suppress are actually the components that make your analytical system function. There is no need to force a piece of precision machinery to act like a simple, fast-reacting tool. Use the advantage of being the observer. Evaluate your own pipeline and tell me in the comments which of these 6 markers you recognize in yourself.